One of my concerns is, Siobhan, you have a quick temper and a quick mouth. Potty mouth would be the best way for me to explain it.
We need a system here. Look at all these videotapes.
My concern is I don't want him to say the words you're saying.
Okay.
I agree 100%.
I curse. I'm not happy about it. I'm ashamed of it.
How would you feel if they went to the store and said, can I have a fucking ice cream cone?
You have to communicate differently, and by you doing it, that will filter down to them. You're definitely a team, but from my observations, there's a lot of tit for tat.
You know, can you work with me? How about the animal
I wish
channel?
I could work. What?
Animal channel. We want the animals. Something calm.
At that point, I thought, I'm like, oh, God, I'm the worst father in the world.
And lastly, Siobhan, you're not very nurturing with your children. While you attend to their day-to-day needs, I don't see you attend to their emotional needs.
Stella said I wasn't nurturing enough. And it hurt to hear that.
You are definitely overwhelmed.
I'm scared because if we're overwhelmed now, what's going to happen when I go back to work?
He's great, but
From what I've seen and the solutions that I want to offer, I don't believe that's a problem. Everything that I spoke to you about in here, I don't believe we can't fix together.
Siobhan was very, very upset. Maybe this isn't worth it.
After a day of observation, the problems in the MacCafferty house are clear.
MacCafferty family, can you come in the kitchen for a minute, please? Come on in, girl.
These police officer parents need to make sure their children's well-being is their number one duty.
John, you sit here.
It was time for me to lay down the law with the MacCaffertys. Do you know what this is? This is my special book. The MacCafferty Rules.
And I was like, uh-oh, here we go.
I was apprehensive, but I wasn't afraid. Bring it on.
My first rule is eat healthy to be healthy. The milk is obviously a big part of that. They're still on bottles, in effect. It's just a sippy cup. If I were to ask you how much milk you give the kids a day, what would the answer be?
No.
You don't know? Okay, well, from this point forward, you're going to know. I explained that I wanted to limit their milk intake to 16 ounces per day. So it's real simple. And to drink out of regular glasses, not sippy cups.
No sippy cups? Oh, these things are taking me by surprise. Hey. Sorry. I'll sit with her. I wasn't watching. Okay, sorry. Oh.
Rule number 2 is, this is now a G-rated household and we're not going to have any foul language. That's really not about you. That's about mommy and daddy.
You're in trouble. I'm tired of this shit.
Siobhan is a very tough cookie. She curses like a sailor.
Do you know what this is?
It's a timer.
It's a timer. Do you know the first person I'm giving this timer to?
That egg timer was for mommy. Because of my potty mouth.
The next time you feel yourself losing your temper or using an inappropriate word, you are going to put yourself in timeout.
Right.
All right?
It's always the same shit. It's really hard in the moment to keep you cool.
The next rule is one of my old favorites. What I have for you guys is this. This is the MacCafferty Time Out Mat.
I was like, oh my God, what the heck is this?
But that's to remind you, actions have consequences, and later on, time out really is, for some people, jail.
Jail.
It's a jail.
We've tried different techniques. The timeout spot, I tried it with Kathleen, and it did not work.
And the final rule is tackle everything with teamwork. Do you know that you're the MacCafferty team?
Yeah.
Excellent. But mom and dad, it starts with them first, so they're not going to bicker with one another.
I'm getting a headache from it. I don't like it. Can you work with me?
And they're going to work together as a team. Thank you for listening. You were a fabulous audience.
With all the new tools that Nanny Stella gave us, I didn't expect any of them to work 100% right away.
After I presented the rules, I am anxious to see how the MacCaffertys will apply them.
Okay, John, come on, let's go upstairs, please.
I don't want to.
Dad is trying to get John to go upstairs, but John is being stubborn and starts to hit.
John, what are you doing? Now that's a timeout.
No.
Yeah. John hit me, and I got the timeout, Matt. Okay, John, Come over here. Come on.
No.
Stop.
Stay off me.
You sit out on timeout now. I'm not going to drag you over there.
John is refusing to go onto the timeout mat, and Dad is out of ideas. I've decided it is time to step in.
Nanny police coming in. What's going on?
I had a little resisting arrest.
Well, I suggest your dad sets the timer and you get on your mat, or else there's going to be other consequences, don't you think? If you don't go into timeout, the next thing you're going to lose is your Superman cape.
Did you hear that, John? Unless you come over here and sit down right now, Daddy's going to take the Superman cape away. That seemed to work pretty good. He was a little sullen about it, but he sat down on the spot pretty quick when he was going to lose his cape. I'm not going to take it away as long as you stay on the bed.
Much to Dad's surprise, timeout worked. John sat for his 5 full minutes of timeout.
He actually sat there. I was shocked. You can get up now. Hurry up.
I lose it in the house, and Sean keeps it together. He's the better parent.
Later in the afternoon, Mom tries to put the triplets down for a nap.
Come on, get out of the crib. Put your shoes away.
The kids have another idea. They are staging a jailbreak.
Sorry, guys. I just got to come through for a minute. Okay, what's going on?
I go into the bedroom and it's utter chaos.
Now, everyone, put your shoes in here. Yes. You're not listening.
She was overwhelmed. She just didn't know what she was going to do next.
I want the shoes in the green box.
Nap time got out of hand,
I can't sleep in this.
and it was just so hard to not go back into doing my old routine.
Kathleen, don't stand on that. You don't do that, Kathleen. That's dangerous.
Okay, what you're doing is you're just barking at her and saying, get off there. Do this, do that. It's either or. Please get off there, or you're going to go into timeout. I'm delivering a lot of advice that Siobhan's really not registering.
You didn't listen. You're going into timeout.
It was nerve-wracking. Being critiqued, was biting my tongue. Unless you have 6 kids, don't judge.
Get into bed. Now. It's not funny. Get out of here.
After nap time turns to chaos, it doesn't take much for Mom to start yelling at her kids, again over something insignificant.
Siobhan, what are you doing? Are you pulling that bedspread apart? What do you have in your hand? Did you pull the pom-poms off that? Give me the shit. You just broke that.
And Mom slips back into her foul-mouthed ways, breaking the rule about cursing.
I have a habit of just coming out with these little barbs. It slips out.
John, why didn't you tell me she was pulling the pom-poms off the bed? No wonder why you were so... Jesus fucking Christ!
I couldn't actually believe that a mother would be using that language.
Do you know she was breaking this? Get out. Get out of the room. That's breaking stuff. Come on.
And as Mom's tone escalates, Mary begins to mimic her. I can see I need to lay down the law for someone in this house.
Look what you did.
And it isn't the kids.
I'm at a friggin' loss.
Mom has chosen to ignore the rule about foul language. So the next time she curses, she's going to be in for a big surprise. 3 strikes and you're out. You're going to jail.
Let's go see what Daddy's doing. We got to get out of the kitchen.
And sure enough, as soon as little Siobhan acts up, Mom blows her top.
Get fucking out of here.
That's it, Mom. You're in timeout.
How long do you need to calm down to reassess the situation? I'm going to give you 5. Yeah, I'm going to give you 5 to sit on that couch and calm down and think about what the next step is.
Sure, I'm
Not talking.
Okay. Not talking.
No, we're not talking.
Nanny Stella said I need time out because of my potty mouth. I felt like an idiot.
Stella put her in a little timeout for about 5 minutes. I thought it was a great idea.
It is interesting to see that with Mom in timeout, there is a certain calm in the house. Timeout's a time to reflect on what you've done, and then when you come out of the timeout, that's when you talk about why you were there.
Nanny Stella is trying to correct me all the time, and I'm just sick of hearing it.
What did you just reflect on him for that 5 minutes?
This is not going at all the way I wanted it to go.
Okay, you go do what you were going to do.
I'm feeling that Siobhan's really not on board. If I can't make Siobhan see how her tone negatively impacts her kids, how is she ever going to change it? When I arrived at the MacCaffertys this morning, I was pleasantly surprised to find the house in an unusual state of bliss. Maybe Mum's time out worked.
What are you doing on John's bed? What are you doing on John's bed?
I soon realised, however, that John is left out while Mum and Dad play with the other kids.
Who wants yellow gloves? Mary, did you have your gloves?
If you have 6 children, it's not fair to leave one of them out.
Kathleen, come on. Let's go sit in bed and read.
Let's bring these into the bedroom.
Mary, come on. Let's bring it into bed and read.
I'll read a book in a sec, John. Let me get them in.
Finally, John sees a chance to join in when his parents read to the triplets before nap time.
It's quiet time. Let go. Come on. John, out, out, out. Come on, out.
And in typical Siobhan fashion, she barks at John and pushes him away.
He's really not involved like the rest of them are.
And he's resorting to acting out to get attention.
Okay, John, are you going to take a nap and get out of your room?
Oh, my yellow costume.
That's when you go to school. If you're a good boy. If you're not a good boy, you don't get it. John is driving me to my wit's end. His crying really gets to me, and I'm just sick of hearing it.
Oh, come on, John.
If you want that costume, you better start acting right. I don't want stomping the feet or slapping the furniture. Okay? That's not acting like a superhero.
Deidre.
It breaks my heart to see a child that is so unhappy.
John being the only boy, he does get the shaft, I guess, a little bit, but I don't know what to do. So when you go to school. John, watch the baby.
Clearly, the lack of attention from Mum and Dad is what's causing John's behaviour.
I don't care how long it takes to change this behaviour, but I'm going to change it.
Later, to lighten the mood a little, I decided to bring the family some ice cream.
Got some ice cream. Sit down. Get the dog and sit down.
So they get out some ice cream and it's sort of plopped in the middle of the table.
Oh, look. And what do we do after this? We brush our teeth.
Siobhan's eating it with her hands. It's like there really is no decorum, no etiquette, no manners.
Don't push the chair here.
And then Kathleen started acting up.
Kathleen, please don't play with it.
I can't believe it. As soon as things run afoul, Mum's foul mouth begins to run.
No ice cream? No ice cream?
Come on, you're big enough. I'm not going to help you. You're big enough.
The more these kids cry out for Mum, the more she rejects them. And when the ice cream hits the fan,
I have no time for this shit.
rather than dealing with the problem, she just walks out,
Kathleen, stop.
which causes an all-out riot.
It really is overwhelming.
As long as Mum refuses to listen, I can't help the MacCafferty family. It's a new day and I can't give up. I must get through to Siobhan.
Look at how the way you feel and you project, look how your children do it. By you displaying how you deal with something with your emotions, then that's going to help them. Does that make sense?
Yes, everything makes sense. I want changes.
I mean,
This has been stressful for me, in all honesty. It's been stress. Change is hard. I'm working on it, but I don't know if I can do this.
If you don't make the changes, you're in trouble. That's it. Bottom line. Can't be any clearer than that. It's really not about being the problem anymore. She has no alternative now. She has to be the solution.